Hello everybody, my name is Pravus, and welcome back to Endzone, a world apart in Pravsburg. New recording session, new week for me. We are surviving. I wouldn't say we are thriving, but we are alive. Our food and water situation have certainly improved. We're sitting on a bit of building materials, and we actually have enough other goods in order to keep us sustained. But there is a long way to go, and as we are noting, the radiation is only getting worse out here. So somehow we're gonna have to clean that up and make sure we can get some fully protective rad suits for all my people, which means I need a frick ton more plastic, cloth, and charcoal, which means better sources of wood and so on. And as the population continues to grow, well then yeah, we're gonna need to keep getting more food and water. So much more that we need to do. But at least now we're starting to make some progress in terms of research. I would love to do the refinery, but at 444 scrap, this is a little on the expensive side. It's gonna be necessary, but it is expensive. One thing we will probably need to do soon is set up another scrapyard with which we can continue to gather up some much needed scrap materials and send them back to the base. I'm a little bit wary about placing it a little bit too far away from our storage, though. If we place a scrapyard up over here and then maybe built some temporary storage in this approximate area, that could work for us, maybe, but right now we don't have quite enough population to justify that anyway. So, yeah, slow and steady wins the race. Can't get overly excited. Rains are coming back, thank God for that. All right, so we got one season to get more water and more food before it's too late. This scrapyard has no idea what to do with its time anymore. Okay, well, there's another 1,000-something scrap over here thanks to these windmills. Let's go over there. That should keep us busy for a good long while, yeah? And it's going to take some time for the plants to grow back. I honestly don't really think we're going to get much value out of these gatherers, but I guess we can leave them in that job for the moment. Let's see, we have an expedition on the way home. We did do some exploration last time around, which was nice, so we get some extra stuff. The potential loot has been stored. Wonderful. We could go and scout some more nearby stuff. First off, this end zone is already fully explored. We should mark this for salvaging. The next thing nearest by would be, it looks like a greenhouse of sorts. Sure, we'll send a couple of scouts to go and check that out. We could also be scouting a lot more things than just that. We can do a lot, but still. 500 scrap to be had over here. Okay, so marking this for scrap is actually pretty good. 500's a lot. That should keep us going for a fair bit, yeah? God, I certainly hope so. All right, guys, seriously, you have a very limited amount of time to gather as much water and food as you freaking can, so freaking get down to it. One of the worst things about this, of course, is that these crops are not going to have a chance to get much food yield before they immediately go back away. So if I don't have enough food and water to survive this next season, I think we're just going to be in a lot of trouble. Still, we'll do the best that we can and get what little we can. Get some more cabins going around. How are we doing on housing capacity? We've got a little bit of space, but not a ton. I'm relying heavily on these shelters to try and prevent our population from growing too fast, since we know we are having plenty of issues at the moment. Health is looking sort of okay. How are we doing on medicine? Plenty of medicine to go around. So one thing we can do that might give us some much-needed assistance is to set up a trading post. Now, again, it's large and abnormal in its size, which is annoying, but this thing will be useful because it would allow me to start trading excess resources like medicine and try to get some additional crop seeds and other things that we might need, blah, 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 blah. This can only be good, right? Now, what's the cost for this thing to work? It's actually relatively cheap. I don't see any reason not to just go ahead and build it out. Yeah, we got to remove a lot of radiation in the process, but let's build this thing and find out what it has to offer. I would also like to place down probably the temporary storeroom I was talking about right up over here. I do think that would be helpful. So let's give our builders something to do. Got a couple extra people working. Let's go ahead and send some more to get water, fish, and so on. Is it because our expeditionary folks came back? I think it might be, actually. Our expedition guys came back here, and they have to go back to their original jobs. Decontaminator's going. Logistician, I think, actually is going to be for the trading post, right? I think that's the jobs that would be involved in that. Well, it's one of the reasons we want to place a storeroom nearby, though, so that's probably okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and place down a scrapyard up in this general vicinity. I do think we're going to need it. Actually, you know what? I'll just go ahead and rotate you around. Might as well make good use of the roads as they are already going to be built. Perfect. So we got a lot to do, basically. A lot that we are looking to do, but that's okay. Just keep getting that water and start getting some dang food. We've only got a few more hours. I'm hoping we're not going to have like another major sandstorm come through and demolish a bunch of buildings. I'm hoping we don't have any major raiders coming through because that would make my life a lot harder. We are no longer interested in capturing more animals, by the way. We only want to be hunting them. We got plenty of deer here, and every time that one of these deer gets slaughtered, that's another 240 meat for me. Boars, we got 7, that's another 660. So these pastures are now fully operational, which I'm hoping is going to result in me getting lots of food. Now remember that these guys do require water. So if we have water issues, then that's not going to work out long term, but for now it's okay. Greenhouse ruin. All right, so we need to configure an expedition over here as well. Settler badges. We apparently need to get some sort of a special badge. I'll use the farmer instead with Isabel. And then who else might be kind of low priority? We can probably afford to send away at least a shepherd or 2. Shepherds are fairly expendable overall in their jobs. And then maybe 1 forester to be safe. Let's also make sure we bring along enough. We don't have enough resources, rations, to go for action points. Nonetheless, I think we go ahead and do that. With tools, I don't mind sending... I don't think we need any special tools and stuff, but alright. We'll go ahead and send metal tools and activated carbon masks. And once you guys do have all the rations needed, I think they will automatically put that group together and get going. We need more rations, though. You guys seriously need to actually, like, produce more of these. Like, a lot more of these, if you don't mind, please. How long does it take to get the darn rations? Like, I wish I could see a production menu, because I do think that it's sort of relevant. One more thing that we could do that would greatly improve a lot of my situation... Oh, someone died. As far as production and such, would actually be to research the electricity and get that going. Get electronics going, eventually get some wind turbines, solar collectors, and so on. The only problem is this does take a lot of research to get it going. We need, it looks like, a total of 5 points just to get solar, wind, and the electronics, and that's not even going to include any batteries. That would take a fair bit more. The solar collector is probably the best way to go. But yeah, do all of that, then start hooking things up to electricity. Okay, all of a sudden we get a nice production boost across the board. That obviously would be fantastic. We have got to make sure we have plenty of carbon active. You aren't saying you have any radiation, but over here we know that there's radiation in the water tank, so let's be wary of that. I am going to go ahead and start harvesting some crops before this stuff starts to die off, because we know we are about to have our next round of drought. So we might as well start harvesting all of the crops before they die. Blah, blah, blah. Housing again? Good lord, what are you guys doing? Wait a minute, we've got housing capacity. What's the problem? Oh, wait, it's set to only old people. No, all settlers are allowed to live there. Good lord. I don't know how I clicked that button incorrectly, but I did. So, okay, got that set. How are we doing as far as the schooling and stuff? You know, we have 40 kids, but only 12 or so in class. I'm hoping that means that we're teaching them very quickly. We can probably pull back on at least one of the teachers, and I think that that would be fine. I mean, maybe just 2? I don't know. Let's make sure we keep giving everybody all their training, but no reason to over-educate our kids if they don't get us any immediate benefit, right? Probably. Still trying to get rid of some of the radiation. It's taking a while to do anything, ain't it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Expedition is being prepared. I think we're waiting on some activated carbon masks. There was a work-related incident. Oh, come on. No one was hurt. We have to replace production equipment. Okay. That's a storeroom. Who's you? You're the one who's broken. Building is damaged, but I think we'll be all right. We should be able to fix that quickly enough, yeah? Getting some upgrades over here would be nice, too. Why is it acting as if we're still producing these when I don't think we have anybody working here? For some reason, it was able to keep doing its work. That's kind of weird, right? A little bit? Anyway. Repair next. Yes, go and fix that ASAP if you don't mind, thank you. We're running a little bit low on charcoal. That concerns me quite a bit. And also, what is this? Oncoming sandstorm. Oh, not good. Well, maybe. I don't know. It depends. It's going to redistribute... Oh, here it comes. Whoosh. It's going to redistribute a lot of our radiation. I'm hoping in a better way, but that's probably too much to hope for. Let's get a couple extra builders assigned. I do think we're going to need some of that. Don't think we need anything else over here, though. We still haven't finished building any of this nonsense. We're running a little bit low on the scrap. That concerns me a little. A few more hours and the rains come back, though, which hopefully will help a little bit. So, you guys freaking got all your rations now? Expedition is waiting for instructions. I need to instruct you? Oh, you've arrived. Ah, what do you know? Okay, shattered glass. Cool. So, what are we going to get here? Let's start looking inside the greenhouse. All sorts of smashed pots, planters, and buckets. Ventilation system 2. Scrap. We'll have to try to take along some of this stuff. Don't want to see it was for nothing. At least we have a genuine craftsman. Always good to have those badges. Let's spend a point. So we get some scrap and some metals. Okay, good. And then in the ventilation system, we can spend a point. No way! While taking it apart, we found it had a false bottom, and guess what was inside? Marijuana! Well, it's hemp in this case, but also some more metals and some plastic. Nice. Okay, and that looks like that's everything, actually, so let's loot and return. That was a relatively minor event. I really didn't need to take this many people along, I don't think. But okay, you know, fine, whatever. We'll take what we can. Loot and return! And then after that's done, we'll be able to mark this for scrapping. You guys are on your way home, yeah? Yeah, I think you are. Whatever. Anyway, another 150 or so scrap to be had over there if we so desire. Cool, okay. I like expeditions added into the game. I do think it makes a lot of sense, and it's kind of nice. Look at all these deer just waiting to get slaughtered up. Delicious. Do we have none working over here? We got 1, 2... herders? We got 4 herders, huh? That should be more than enough to slaughter this. It looks to me like you got too many boars. Go ahead and go to the slaughters. Kill it! Kill the piggy! Give me stabs! Despite the fact that we had some nasty droughts, we're actually sitting okay-ish on food, so that's certainly nice. 42 children, which means my population's still at least keeping pace without overexpanding too much. Logisticians, yeah, we'll assign a couple of you guys over here. We can pull back on some of the builders, I think. We're trying to get the scrapyard built up so I can assign more people over there. Expedition has returned home. That's nice. Where else might I want to explore? First off, we can mark you for salvage. And then there's plenty more over here. That looks like either a storage area or maybe a hangar. I don't see an airport nearby. Some interesting stuff over here. Tiny little facilities. Ooh, big apartment buildings. Yeah. These all could have useful stuff. Where's like a nuclear reactor? There's usually at least one on the map, right? Ooh, that looks good. This is the nuclear reactor. Yeah, I'll bet you that's a fun place to go. I'm not sure if it's quite where I needed to go, though. Let's go ahead and send some scouts. We could send into multiple locations, I'm aware, but I'll just do one at a time for now. Again, not trying to get a little overly eager. You know what I mean? Radiation, how's it look? Actually, mostly down to low, which is good. So I feel a little bit more comfortable with our current situation. We're getting capped out on metals. Let's go ahead and swap over to more cloth, since that's the one I seem to be struggling with right now. We actually got some electronics. Oh, right, we did find that, didn't we? I kind of forgot about that, but that's okay. Doing fine on tools. We mostly have scrap tools. What am I producing? Well, we should be producing metal tools. Why do we have scrap tools? I don't know, but we do. Scrapyard! Let's go ahead and assign you up over, let's say, here. There's another 670 or so to go. And let's assign some scrap collectors. Whoa, a lot of people came of age. Look at that. Let's get some more water carriers. I need another gatherer, another fisher. This all got messed up when people came back, didn't it? I think it might have. A decontaminator? I think the 1 is honestly fine. We'll assign an extra scout or so. But this should be able to get me enough water and food for the time being. Got at least a few seasons before the next drought is going to hit me. I might need to set up some additional food. Now, don't forget, we can get additional fishing huts, and that works out okay now because we got a special tech that lets me get that for cheaper. So I actually got rid... Oh, no, I haven't. I'm going to get rid of a jetty right over here. And we're going to place down another one of these fishing huts right over here because we should be able to place it nearby, and look at that. It still has 100% efficiency. You'll love to see it. So we'll go ahead and place you there. And can I get another jetty to replace the one that I'm getting rid of? Not there. I can get one right over here, though. Yeah, or we could just place the second one up over here. Yeah. Sure, let's just double check real quick. That's still in range. Okay, that's what I really want. I'm not looking to use the jetties all that much. It's just I want to have them in range if I'm going to have them at all. It's the only thing that makes sense, right? We don't actually want the roads like that. There we go. Okay. Not perfect, but you know, coastlines are always going to be a little bit weird, right? What is this? Gather plants. Ah, yes, there aren't any plants to gather. Got it. If you can, go and grab some over here, do so. I don't care. We've only got 2 people available right now for any additional jobs, which admittedly is not a lot. We'll work with it. Time remaining until the next trader arrives. Soon is going to be the answer. Soon. Inventory. I don't know. We don't have any inventory here at the moment in the trading post. I'm trying to decide if I can send anything. Mostly what I want to get rid of are lots of meds. If a trader comes by and is willing to offer me just about anything in exchange for medicine, I am A-okay with that. 460 medicine, like, that's one thing I'm good at. I totally corner the pharmaceutical market, okay? I got that going pat. No problem at all. All right, I'm very wary of the scrap, though. Production limit's only 500. I feel like we need to go a little higher than that. We'll increase that up to about 600. Lumber, we can probably increase you up to about 600 as well. Let people go do their jobs. Getting kind of capped out on the metals, though. Let's make sure we increase that up a little bit. Let's say 120 or so for each of these. We got the storage. I think we're okay. Let's just make sure we're producing plenty of it. Yeah, and then the charcoal. That's going to be an issue. You guys just aren't working very fast. I mean, it looks like you're doing great, but this is what happens when you have to do lots of filtration, I guess. Hey, that's a trader blimp. Nice. Nice. All right, trader, what you got? Display what you have to offer. Don't call my settlement sleazy. Who do you think you are? All right. So you've got a few things. You got some decontamination kits. You got hard liquor, masts, coal, and wood. You do want medicine, which means I will happily get rid of all of it in exchange for whatever I can. This is apparently not a very fair deal. Are you telling me 190 medicine is barely fair? Really? Huh. That doesn't seem very good. I think you can still barter. It just isn't going to be very good. Can you get like a... I can't remember if you get like happiness with them if you give them a good deal or something. I am debating just buying the coal. That would certainly save me a little bit of effort. But I'm curious how many masks I think I could get. I could get 15. That's honestly better, I think. It's roughly the same amount of coal, but it's even more production time saved. I could ask for more, it just won't be super fair. Let's try this.
You're not exactly making the
Best impression, but shove it over here. Cool. So it was a fair enough deal. Don't complain to me. And now if we can give up 190 meds, of which I have plenty, we'll get 19 more masks. Hey, that's pretty good. I like that. I like that a lot. Scouts, what'd you find out? Okay, an old storage depot. Cool. Any metal tools will be acceptable. I don't know how many rations we've got. Let's see. 23? That's enough to get at least a few action points. Some people are in poor health. Gather herbs. I got plenty of herbs. What are you talking about? I got herbs for days, dude. Herbs for days! This rainwater's increasingly an issue. All right, barter trade is done. Good, thank you. Got lots of extra clothing. I like it. I like it a lot. People are already full. Again, oh my god, you people just do not stop breeding, do you? We could fix that to an extent if we were to get some other stuff. Hang on. First things first, it would be good to get some housing close to the farms where people actually work, I think. So we can try placing down at least a couple of cabins like this. These will be some people who will work the farms. It's not too far away from food or from water, so this seems reasonable enough to me. Okay, we'll start with some of that. But what I was trying to say is if we place down a forum, which isn't a massive building, and actually fits sort of over here. Kind of, sort of. If we place down a forum, we can try passing some laws or edicts or whatever you want to call them, and that would actually allow me to start passing policies that try to, let's say, restrict their breeding potential and so on, you know, that kind of thing. Anyway, let's go ahead and work on the refinery. I did say I want to do this. We have enough scrap now. As long as we keep up with it and produce fast enough, we should be able to finally start researching something pretty good. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. How are we doing on the kids, by the way? Still fine with 39 kids. All right, population still growing. Food and water looking better than ever. This is good. This is very good. We got lots of adults all of a sudden. My God. Okay, hang on. 4 more fishers would be great. Let's get a couple of extra builders set up. Don't need more medics. We probably will need another technician to make tools. That might make sense. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Another workshop would be nice. We can place one right up over here, next to the other one. Sure? Question mark? Unless I can fit it over here or anything. I can actually. That's even better. Perfect. Do that. I got an achievement, Industrialist, but I haven't actually built the thing. Wait, I can just place down the blueprints and I get a freaking achievement? How's that supposed to work? Seems too good to be true. Whatever, anyway, it's fine. Yeah, more builders, got a couple more seasons to work with. Still storing up plenty more water. Looking okay, looking okay. How are we doing on the pastures? Doing fine. Doing fine. I imagine you can get blights and stuff that can kill all your animals, and that obviously would suck in a lot of ways. I'm debating just going ahead and placing down, like, an orchard over here or something. Sure, why not? Let's go ahead and place down another orchard. I want to be able to plant down some additional trees. Gotta keep working with that food. Cannot neglect. We're doing better on food than ever because of fishing huts. We'll probably need to get some more wells. That would make sense, too. An additional well. Did we build this? We did. So the efficiency is not great if we place it over here. But if I place it up over here, it's pretty good. Sure. Let's make sure that will be... Oh, no, don't destroy this. Thank you. Just make sure we have this all covered. Perfect. Okay, yeah, let's just get some more water production going, too. Can't neglect the basics. And now we have another workshop going. We should be able to assign a couple more technicians. Let's swap these to metal tools. There we go. Now we'll start making a lot more tools. I like it. How's the radiation? Really, really, really bad. This is admittedly terrible. And we're also running lower on metals than I thought we would. Must have spent a lot on some building projects. We got plenty of plastics. I think that very soon what we're going to have to do is start creating actual rad suits. I'm looking for the red like this, and I'm worried that those are going to keep creeping up on the base, and all of a sudden our people are going to start dying off. Or become infertile, which, you know, isn't great, but also not the worst. A different balloon. Would you like to ride in my beautiful balloon? Plums with lots of radiation in them.
Especially nowadays, you can use all these
That's
WCs
not exactly exciting. What I would like, if possible, were seeds. I don't think plums can count as seeds. So you've actually got nothing I want. I'm not gonna get beer. Rations are tempting, but is there anything here that I feel like I have an excess of? And the answer is no. So I think you just go away, send you away. We'll go ahead and reset that timer and hope that we get somebody new who's got better stuff. Speaking of seeds, let's go ahead and plant down some more of these orchards. Reduce the potential number of workers over here, assign a couple more farmers. We somehow have reduced the number of water carriers by a lot. We should fix that. And everything else looks okay, I think. How are we doing on those rations? 42, huh? All right, so we probably should go ahead and do the next round of expeditions to the storage room. Metal tools is what was recommended, so we could go ahead and do that. We'll assign at least a few of you guys. I don't know how much we can really expect. Let's try this. And then we need to make sure we have at least enough rations for some action points. Go. Is the average like 2 or 3 action points per ruin? Is that generally what you have to worry about? I don't know. Contaminated settlers. Well, that's mainly because you guys should stop wearing neck scarves. Neck scarves are actually terrible to me. There is a mission to do on the bulletin board. Oh, cool. Great. So hang on. Got some achievements and stuff. We also have some bulletins. Outlanders. Upon succession, additional settlers can join. I don't need more people. Settlers' confidence. Balanced diet. Unknown researchers. Oh, what's this? Let's take a look at this. We've been contacted by some explorers from another settlement. They're on their way back and running out of rations, willing to trade some stuff. Yeah, okay, sounds great. I can give you 16 rations in exchange for, or I can just give you food outright. I got 5,000 food. Dude, let's give him like 250 food and 1 ration. Rations are harder for me to get together. All right, cool. So we're gonna be willing to give him that. We get some electronics, we get some rad suits, and we get some hemp. Dude, I'm good with that. I'm good with that at all entirely. Okay, cool. Research in the area of technology increases confidence. Yeah, it's all nice. I think, by the way, that there's probably like a common, uncommon, and epic type of quests based on the coloring system I'm seeing here. We could pass some decrees. Let's take a look at what our options are. Birth control. Yeah. Prohibit childbirth. Banish all children. No. Banish the elderly? No. Food rationing reduces confidence. Water rationing, yeah. Search for survivors. Here's the thing. If I were to pass both food and water rationing, yes, their confidence goes down. Do I actually care? Because if it lets me produce a lot more food and water and reduce my consumption, is that not well worth it? I would think it's well worth it. By the way, speaking of things we should do, maybe we can remove some radiation around these pastures. I'm a little concerned. No, we can only remove radiation around the paths. It's contaminated water. That's what's going on here. Okay, you're contaminated. We should go ahead and turn on filtration there. You're not contaminated, though, so we should save some charcoal. I'm going to need more charcoal kilns. Let's go ahead and plan that out. Looking for a good place to put it. Maybe over here. I don't like placing it next to all the housing, but I think that this is a good-ish spot next to some storerooms and stuff. It just kind of makes sense. A lot of people still need housing. Gosh, it just gets worse and worse every time. We did build the houses over there, so that helps. I've already got as much housing as I can get over here, I think. Yeah, nothing else I can do there. So we're going to need to open up another neighborhood area. I kind of was just placing down stuff that will make people unhappy. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and try to place down some additional cabins this way. And I know that people won't like it, but I'm hoping that we can place down some decorations, and that will take care of the attractiveness issue here that we are undoubtedly going to have. Place down a little thing along there. For example, if I'm going to place down some hedges, right, and hedge my bets, so to speak, we can place down at least a couple along here, you know? And this just gives a little bit of local attractiveness. It does cost a bit of wood, so I think it's debatable whether or not it's worth it, but I mean, it's a thing you can do. These guys are already cutting down and reforesting. That's all fine. Lumber's starting to burn down a little, and I'm a little concerned about that. We got a really healthy forest over here, though. My God. Maybe that's one of the next things we want to get, then, is some additional foresters' lodges and set that up, let's say, right over here, you know? Yeah, we'll set up some more over here. We're already getting some housing in this general vicinity. We'll have workers nearby that can work in the fish and work at the Forester's Lodge. We'll set up another forest in this general area. Keep that all up and a-running. Not bad. How are we doing on things like medicine? Fine. Tools starting to run a little bit lower. Still have primarily scrap tools, and what's happening is we have a stockpile of scrap tools, but no one's touching them. They're all going for the metal tools as fast as I'm able to manufacture them, which is fine, except that I'm actually starting to run low on metal tools, so we're gonna need the extra recyclers to focus on metal pretty soon. How are we doing with the research of refineries? We're about halfway. We've only just recently gotten enough scrap put together for this to work. Yikes, that is expensive as frick. But if I can get rid of these refineries or these recyclers in favor of a large refinery where people can work more effectively, hey, so much the better. I am all good with that. We're getting housing put together. Why are you guys still freaking homeless? How many freaking people do we have in this dang freaking facility? You guys just, God, stop it. More shelters? Probably. Gosh. You can place one right along here. Fine. Do it, I guess. God. Hate it so much. We have to get more housing or we're gonna die. You guys suck. Stop having kids. I mean, I'm serious when I say that I could just pass a law and say stop having kids. It might even be worth it. What is this? Research in the area of technology. We'll develop a weather station. Okay, what's the other one? Research a decree. Well, upgrade our workshop. Okay, I will accept this as a mission. Upgrade workshop research. So that will make people happy and confident for me. I'm not opposed to that if we get the points put together, because once the refinery's done, we're going to want to be able to do that, right? So that seems okay. Sitting on plenty of workers all of a sudden. No problem at all. Let's get some more foresters going. I don't need more medics. Don't need more morticians. We'll get an extra teacher, I guess. Maybe another decontaminator would be good. And we have another trader. Let's just see if they've got anything exciting. Looks like the answer's no. What do you want? Nothing I'm really willing to part with. Is this drugs? Joints. Yes, it is. God, if I could just buy any sort of seeds, you know, it'd be great. But you got nothing I want. And I'm not willing to part with any of these things. So we're gonna have to send you away again. This is just what's going to happen with traders. Sometimes it's got what I want, and sometimes it don't. We're still treading water. We're doing great on food all of a sudden. Water's actually having more trouble than anything else, and we can fix that simply by getting some additional wells and such. I am A-okay with that arrangement. Can we actually place another well, like, right over here? And still be within range? I think the answer is yes. Yeah, we totally can, so we'll do this. Let's get some additional well keepers going, and that way we keep our water going. But beyond that, we're fine. What we're struggling with are now some of the refined materials. Make sure we have plenty of building stuff, make sure we get some more tools, make sure we get some more metals. And then we have to start upgrading our clothing, otherwise this radiation's going to kill me. It's only going to get worse. Thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.